If Nongshim use their combo and it doesn't work out, or they have to use it on the front line for any reason, then like the turn from KT is actually bonkers insane. Like they can actually turn and engage on you so hard, and really it doesn't even have to be onto the AD carry. AP bans have been drawn out towards Duckdom because that's one of those matchups where, same with the Nico pick that Peter keeps getting his hands on, that teams are banning away from him now because KT will just win lane, force a swap, then put Perfect on the 1v2 on the island. That's just why Perfect often dies, and we've seen so many games where Perfect goes like 0-3 because he's just constantly weak siding and being dove repeatedly.
With 50% of his health bar missing.
Here comes Gideon, level 6.
Yeah, there's the paranoia. The flash out, and Lehen's not quite in range here, but the fear is still going to come on through. And the Bramble Smash from Lehen's max range is going to be out of lockdown first blood.
Here is just going to come over and start taking out these grubs. Sub-half health, I should say, much less than half.
Well, Gideon is a little bit alone and doesn't have ulti or anything like that, but Lehen's is level 6. That is actually a big deal. Peter only level 5. As the nature is grasping, looking for Cuz here, who does get snared up. Now Perfect on an angle here, but he's going lower and lower as Peter is dashing out of the fight. BDD pretty healthy, but I just don't know whether the Annie is going to be enough as Cuz gets into that backline and he just dies. Gideon going to follow suit as now Lehen's being so frustrating. That Bramble Smash hitting 3 is gigantic, and the Boomerang Blade is just going to straight up miss. Still, the Grubs will go over to Nongshim, or at least the last one. KT securing 2 as Lehen's moving in. BDD,
that was
just
scary.
Gonna clear this one out.
Very, very wise choice to try to deny, but the value on this Maokai just so insanely high for Lehen's in that fight.
And I mean, something has to be said for KT not allowing Peter to hit that level 6 before things happen, as Kingen going for some needlework here, trying to kite is Duckdom, but you can't really kite it out against this paranoia. As another fear tether comes in. Great defense being played by Peter though, as Cuz making his way down. Doesn't have the flash to get in range of this Wind Becomes Lightning. Let's see whether he can land it. There he goes. Another knock up from Peter. Oh man, we thought that Cuz has locked down that POM. Maybe it's Peter in the end.
A little bit down on CS, but it's a pretty hefty lead with that kill that also went over for Calyx in the topside fight.
Yep.
Bit of a skirmish.
Yep, in goes Peter once again. They get the double knockup on to this Maokai. Is Jiu going to be the target now? Wind Becomes Lightning, their health bars getting lower and lower as he's delivered a Nocturne here to them, as Peter is just going to cleanse things out in looking for even more, as PDD rushing towards his bottom lane as Duckdom, oh man, they're all on a silver platter, picks up the double, and it should be the triple here if he can find it, and there it is. They should turn it into a Drake at the same time, and KT starting this snowball early.
This is the exact type of fight I was talking about when we talked about King.
Oh god, it's a solo kill for Perfect.
And BD's got a stun prepped here. Calyx got to be careful.
Oh man, can they make it the trifecta every single lane? They can! As down will go, well, down will go his flash at least, but the slow's gonna come in. There's the Pyroblast. Just an incinerate.
Firing on all cylinders here.
Every lane.
Every single lane. And that bottom fight was the Kai'Sa, picked instead of the Xayah with the turn that I talked about, because it's just so simple. When they use all of their combo, they try to go in, and then you're like, okay, you're out of buttons. It's my turn now. And just super ahead.
Yeah, might have also even been a case where he didn't need to flash. He just wanted to make sure that he was as safe as possible as another Paranoid comes in. The 3-man Shockwave is beautiful this time, and they will be able to take down Cuz, and there goes Duckdom. What an absolute slaughter here by Nongshim. And this is what the comp's supposed to do.
There you go.
If you see, there are no more R buttons left for Nongshim. So what happened was, KT walked up.
Cannot mess this up, and they did not. When they had that huge angle, Jiu is isolated.
Yeah, well, he's just gonna get quickness, popped up into the sky 16 times, and the Void Seeker will kill him. There was no way out of that, and I'm not entirely sure what the plan was. Now Lehen's is gonna be the one caught out of position. Gideon spell shields the stun, but he doesn't spell shield the bear. As BDD is gonna be able to get another one, preps it with that Incinerate. Wind Becomes Lightning there from Cuz as the Shockwave coming through. Doesn't find the same value this time, as Nongshim are all split up. Lehen's did manage to get out of the way of Perfect, which is kind of crazy, but there is the killer instinct from Duckdom, and they are angry about what happened before. A bit of an awkward spot there for Duckdom now in between the turrets, and Kingen He's just going to say, well, I've got my teleport, but I don't think I'm helping anything here. And finally, Perfect locks down the kill onto the tree.
Out of position, I'm just going to side lane. I don't know. Kind of done with this series. He had TP, but he was certainly not going to press it. And that's just... We saw one example of exactly how this comp can work, and then they're completely split a moment later. I don't know what that was.
We're going to go subpar. That's what we're going to look at there. As a teleport in here from Perfect, looking for the flank angle as Cuz makes his way in first. This dragon down very low as there's the paranoia out. Cuz gets into the pit though and just steals it away. The flash out as well. It's highway robbery here by KT. But can Nongshim punish? That's the question. And the answer's looking a little bit like no, as the bear is picked up by the shockwave. But Perfect dives into the backline. There's no follow-up here as Doctom, his killer instinct comes in. And it's working out real well. Can KT actually lock down any kills? So that's the question, because this time there is a Gwen here, and the ricochets are starting to hurt. The tree is going to burn down as Cuz goes in yet again. The Void Seeker comes down. Chiu oversteps one more time, but Kingen does. Never mind, he does as well. And Perfect has shields for years.
Oh,
and that's an ace.
So close for Nongshim there. Kingen trying to get it done. He's not happy, you can tell he's got a smile on his face, but it's a bit sheepish in the player cam, and Nongshim are routed once again, and it starts to feel like this series is going to be a 2-0 and Nongshim's chances of winning.
Looking anxious as usual. That is just kind of how you wake up as, okay, in goes Peter, who'll find some quickness value as he tries to get himself out. Calyx going to be the first one to go down, but the Annie will follow suit. But now it's Perfect's time to shine. Doctom set up for Lahen's going to be the next one. It's a triple once again for the man wielding the Uzi skin, and the ace comes on through. KT, I think they're starting to get a little too far ahead.
Yeah, KT looking really clean in this game, and KT fans...
Oh, he's 11-2.
Yeah, no, he's big. KT fans, no E-words or anything like that, but it is kind of at the height of summer. It is at the end of the season. We saw this right before Road to MSI. Like, man, this team is good. They beat T1 in the telecom war. This team is suddenly actually looking like a threat.
Guys, it's great.
All right, one more fight, Nongshim. One more combo. That's all you got. Your last chance to win a series in Legend Group.
Yep,
one more chance.
And Gideon, he's gonna need to win this Smite fight, but the Gwen is dead already as Lahen's caught on the back end of the fight. Perfect will be able to lock him down, and he's got a Kai'Sa in his back pocket as well. As, yeah, Nongshim, they are not going to be contesting this one. So even if they do survive this team fight, as the Void Seeker is going to connect one more time?
Can he get it?
Magnetized?
Can he get it?
Another one will land, but this time it's spell shielded. Playing with our hearts here.
I mean, after what happened to Calyx earlier too, man,
yeah.
Doctom just can't miss today.
Yeah, it's a very large Kai'Sa, who now has that Nashor's done. He's an entire item ahead of Gio right now. As, all right, Paranoia is going to come on through as BDD just flashes over the wall into the waiting arms of Kingen. But a bear is going to be dropped on his head. The quickness holds them all in position. And of course, Doctom is ready to murder everyone. It should be a triple as he's going to flash over towards Calyx, but he makes it to the brush. Gio is now facing off against so many people, and he will just die as KT think that this is set up for a Baron. And honestly, who's going to fault him?
Nah, it's a freebie. Man, like...
15-2-4.
Watching KT team fight this, and necessarily in this draft, because they're hoping to win fights instantly with the combo, but the wave clear doesn't matter when you're this far behind.
Nope.
You're not playing through sides because your Gwen is 2-5. And yeah, it's unfortunately for Gio, he's not set up for success in this one. As in a late game team fight like what we just saw, if it's a closer fight, you certainly can get more done, but they are just not close fights.
Certainly not when Doctom's involved, as this guy is pretty gigantic. Still, Peter does need to be careful, as these Beyblades do hurt.
Yeah, and there's a Baron here. This is the first inhib down. Top is prepped. They could just rotate over towards it. KT playing it safe. Not going to look for a dive here. They have all of their ults available. If Nongshim go in, they just counter-engage, and they're just going to sit behind these Baroned-up minions and say, I dare you.
Yeah, and it's a 14,000 gold lead. Like, this game is so close to just over as they do take down the Annie again. But once more, in goes Peter. Out he goes as well as Doctom is just destroying them. Uses his Zhonya's, keep himself alive. as, yep, he is tanking up the turret, almost dies, but he is just a little bit too rich to go down right here. As Calix is just going to have to watch as his Nexus explodes for the second time, and KT making short work of Nongshim here today.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.